Hello, is Misha Áine Tyrrell. My name is Áine Tyrrell and I'm from the west coast of Ireland, but currently residing on Bundjalung country, which is on the east coast of so-called Australia. And I'm very honoured to be here, part of the WOW Sounds, and bring you some of my sounds. Amazing to see collectives of people like this coming together to raise voices of activism and culture and women up the Mano. Mano is Irish for women. The first song I'm going to sing for you is a song that I wrote after seeing Patti Smith, that incredible Mano that she is singing live for the first time, and she blew me away. But you know, she's been in this conversation for a very, very long time, and you know, the people do have the power, and that's what hit me. And sometimes we can feel quite small in the things that are going on in the world around us, but really we do have the power, and small groups of people have made incredible change all over the world in history, time and time again, and music is an incredible vehicle for that.
You choose peace or to fight again. Starling finds its way in the neighbor's flight, and it navigates both dark and light. A murmuration can change with just one wing, the force of a constellation of starlings. You choose peace or to fight again. The truth that soars in all of our words, so send it out on the wings of birds. When the wind takes a flock the other way, you can break apart all the brave ones say. grace when the sky no longer deaf. The words are heard. We are heard, we are heard, we are not blind to see. Society is on its knees, but it carries belief. You gotta show the ones they cannot see, show the ones they cannot see.
Thank you. That's Like Shadows We Fall. And the second song I'm going to do for you is one I was asked to do for you. I released this in COVID times after attending and being invited to sing at a Black Lives Matter march. And what happened was that pictures and things got shared, and I got some crazy stuff online after it. People saying, what are you standing up for that for? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I'm standing up for humanity, actually. But also, as someone who's come from a colonized country, and our country is still dealing with the intergenerational trauma that comes with decolonizing. 26 of our counties are in the Republic of Ireland, and we still have 6 counties that are partly under Crown rule as well. And so seeing my history and versions of that, again, being replayed out on the land that I'm on now in more sophisticated ways, just means as an Irish person, I can't sit by and not speak about these things. And there are 30% of Australians who have Irish heritage here, and there's only 3% Indigenous. And I have felt over time, being here and being involved in spaces and conversations, like what a powerful revolution that could be together. And this song came about because the people that were messaging me had, the crazy stuff to say, but they also were telling me that they had Irish heritage too. And I was like, do you not know your history? And they don't. That's been kept from them, just like much of the history of this land has. So this song came about as a way to share some history with those who may need to remember some of those things. It's in our DNAs, but yeah. So this is We Call You Now. And I'm playing a little drum machine over here. You might be able to see the magic, but that's what's happening. So, thank you.
I summon you now, Irish, gather round the fire. I call upon you now, reignite the flame required. Bandukisi, Anclave Solace, Gleave amid Nish. No longer can we agree to disagree. If you claim any ounce of Irish ancestry, I'm calling on you, 30% of this so-called Australian population, to ignite the fire in you from past generation. You were shipped here through waves of famine and rebellion. Your DNA did not drown. You are the survivors of oppression. That ancestral voice inside you may need some awakening. But as I walk this land, my God, I hear your ancestors. They're screaming, they're screaming. And they didn't have the chance to scream out for their own injustice. They silently watched their own fall. Please be the voice that they lost. And please do not tattoo that leprechaun on your skin, or use our nation as an excuse for another drink. Those Irish jokes, the ones, they're not a badge of honor. They are systematic abuses, attempt at humor. Your Irishness is not the green that you garnish on St. Patrick's Day. You've been sold that so your cellular memory may not resurface in this way. And please do not think that because 3 generations back you come from Cork, that I'm your Irish girl and therefore I'll be what your Australian Irishism expects. And you do not get to call me your Irish sister. If your call also tries to inform me that all lives matter, and you certainly have no right to have our growl in your creed, do you not recognize that the killing of black bodies is a disease kind of like
like the potato blight. I know you know. You investigated and learned that sometimes people take history and rewrite it. Let their narrative reign supreme, and they teach it on and on it goes. And this we know, so now we know. Not let neither always was and continues to be indigenous genocide when your ancestors passed were once crushed by the very same empire. On Gortamore, 1 million starved to death on Irish land, choked by the Crown's greedy hand. 2 million more as refugees, the Scottish traditional landowners removed from country. And does this not sound familiar? On Gortamore, is this not the same simply state of cry from our Indigenous brothers and sisters? Can we please not be choked within Crown hands? Can we please not be choked off our native lands? You're the daughters of rebels. You are the sons of poets. Remember who you are. Your ancestors, they know it. Because you, if anyone, should understand these wails of stolen generations. Because they practiced that shit on your great-great-grandmother's generation. Earl Grey schemed a way to ship off our fertile 8-year-old girls, enslaved to ex-convicts to use as their populating whores. Coffin ships only ever land would fight of its 10-famine body. That's 50%, which sad more likely Indigenous will be arrested and die in custody. And do you not hear that ancestor cry through your DNA? Do you not hear your grandmother's sisters, brothers lost in this way? The fever of families systematically torn apart, boils deep in your veins. Do not turn away, we're all once entangled in the same chains. And you do not get to sing our songs, lamenting of generations of lost children, if you can sing for this land's Banduka sock spirits kindred. And yes, I can hear it, it's true, the Irish were also enslaved, and the no blacks, no dogs, no Irish attitudes at times remains. And yes, once we were caged and chained in the same prison, and we were dispossessed and beaten by the same British colonialism. But there came a day where your white skin did become your privilege. Your accent slightly faded in your Irishness, somehow forgiven. I know the cost as their ancestors had to hide their culture, but in return they were given the keys to climb the white man's ladder on the rungs of the backs of their Indigenous cellmates. That was the only way for your families to carve out their safe space, become the colonizer or die. And although you've been taught you were the good colonizer, that's a fucking lie. There's no such thing. The colony has to be torn apart. I'm calling on you. I'm saying it's your duty to take part. The Indigenous are only 3% of this population. Those claiming Irish are 30%. Together, 33 and a third makes us a fucking revolution. You're the daughters of rebels. You are the sons of poets. Remember who you are. Your ancestors, they know it. You're the daughters of rebels, the sons of poets. Remember who you are. We call you now. Leave a nish. Oh, we call you now. So I demand you feel into your genetic coding. The same on Ukraine makes you cry when you hear me singing. Feel into your feet as a tap to the Keolagus crack. Remember your ancestors past were once crushed under the same Union Jack. So I demand it hears the tears shed for your ancestors' stories. I demand you hear these same cries in the modern Indigenous imploring. Shame, 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 it has taken us this long. But unraveling is hard. Colonization, it holds on strong. You are our lost Irish sons and daughters, the daughters of rebels, sons of poets. You were the agitators. Once silenced, you now have a voice, and I'm begging you use it louder. And I promise you make all Ireland, your ancestors, even prouder. The last few years have danced long forgotten jigs every time Ireland launched itself forward, unshackling, voting yes to freedoms by letting the truth be heard. Your truth has always been woven between these two shores. We send you strength, unclived solace is yours. So whatever percentage of you feels Irish in your genetic claim, honor Ireland by launching this land forward in yours and our name. Let us dance this dance again, but this time alongside our freed Indigenous cellmates, allies are from the start to so-called Australia tried to re-educate. So I summon you now as Irish, gather around the fire. I call upon you now to reignite the flame now required. You're the daughters of rebels. You are the sons of poets. Remember who you are. Your ancestors, they know it. You're the daughters of rebels, the sons of
our daughters, you're our sons, remember who you are. We call you now, leave me der nicht. Oh, we call you now, leave me der nicht. Leave me der nicht. We call you now.
Gorimila Mahaget, that was my beautiful sis, Emily Waramara, who you heard singing on the track as well. Thank you again to WOW for having me, and thanks for listening to my stories, and go out there and raise hell yourselves.